This video with 1,400 views paid me $179, and the RPM on this video was $124. And so if I go to settings, boom, you can actually see it's US currency as well. This video with 3,000 long form views paid us $363. The revenue was $116 RPM. Again, I'll go to settings, US dollars, because you guys always think it's freaking like Indian pesos or whatever. 9,000 views paid us $432, and this video has a $47 RPM. Settings, US dollars. And so this is how I'm able to consistently get $50 to $100 RPMs on my channel, and I have hundreds and thousands, sorry, not hundreds and thousands, hundreds, if not thousands of contents that are super cheap to outsource. $50 to $100, pay me hundreds of views for just a couple hundred or a couple thousand views. So you don't need a lot of views to make money. That's the first myth. Second myth, for you to have consistently high RPMs, you have to make sure that you're targeting individuals who have a high spending power, because RPM determines how much you can actually make the advertiser, and thus then the advertiser will be more willing to spend their budget on your video with your viewers. Let's just take two scenarios. Scenario number one, you're creating content for Roblox. Who's going to watch Roblox content? Kids. What's that going to mean? Kids who watch Roblox content most likely don't have a lot of money to buy whatever ad the advertiser is showing on your video. So then let's say the advertiser spends $1 per 1,000 views on my video. Boom, my 1,000 Roblox viewers watches their content, doesn't buy a single ad from their content. They make no money. They just wasted $1. Boom, they're not going to be willing to spend any more than $1 then per 1,000 views on your video. Now, I make, let's say, a video about Shopify. Who's going to watch Shopify content? Probably older individuals who are trying to start or already have a business, probably first world country individuals, maybe third world countries, but mostly first world countries, because who uses Shopify in third world countries? Probably not a lot of business owners, because, look, okay, that's outside the point. This is not me being racist. Now, if the advertiser places their ad on my viewers, let's say they pay $10 per 1,000 ad views on my content, and their product is $10. They just need one individual to buy the product, and most likely 10 of my viewers from the 1,000 are going to buy the product. Boom, they made $100. So $90 profit off of $10 ad spend. What does that tell you? You just need more high viewer content. Does that make sense? Does that kind of make sense? I think that definitely makes sense. And so as long as you have a target, So what do we learn from this? We learned that for you to have high RPM, you need to have old people watching your content, because old people will have more money than young people. That's the first thing. The second thing is the demographics. Naturally, this is not me being racist, but this is just pattern recognition. People from first world countries, New Zealand, Canada, Australia, and United States, will have more spending power than Philippines, Nigeria, and India. Does that make sense? They just literally get paid less, and so they won't have as much dollars to buy the freaking ad that's showing on your content. So you have to make sure, as a professional, that you're creating content solely for first world countries and for adults. Roblox content, sure, that can get maybe like American kids though. So that won't give you high RPM. But there are going to be still games that can create content about, like Candy Crush, because I guarantee you, you'll be surprised how many adults from the United States play Candy Crush. So that type of content will give you a lot higher of an RPM, and that's how you can consistently get $50 to $100 RPMs, is because then the advertisers are willing to spend a lot of their budget on your viewers, because they know they will make an ROI. They know that my viewers are valuable. They have money to buy their ad, and other advertisers will also try to bid their budget on my content, because my content only has a limited amount of views that it can potentially get. It's not going to get infinity views. And so when they have a small bidding war going on, advertiser number one is going to spend $10 per 1,000 views. Advertiser number two is going to spend $20 per 1,000 views. Advertiser three is going to try to spend $30 per 1,000 views. And that's how you reciprocate these super high, three-figure, $100+ RPMs, like this one, $116 RPM. And so the first thing that you have to understand, like I said earlier, American, first world countries, Canadian, stuff like that. So go into ChatGPT and then write a prompt. Because we want to target old people and we want to target first world people, just type in, give me YouTube video topics that are going to be watched by first world adults. While ChatGPT is spitting out some prompts, we also can use logic. Who watches the news? Who watches sports? A lot of first world individuals will watch the news, Fox News, CNN. Do you know who watches those type of contents? Parents, adults. They have spending power. So if we create content related to that type of category, we're gonna boom, voila, sniper into having those right individuals watch our content. There's no way in hell I get 1,000 views on a CNN video and they're all broke Indian kids. That just doesn't happen. Now, this ChatGPT prompt says side hustles and passive income. If you create content on that, people are always looking for ways to make extra money. You can cover dropshipping, print on demand, freelancing, or investing. Because who watches investing related content? Probably not kids. It will be adults. Sure, there will be probably third world countries, but there will also be a lot of first world countries watching investing based videos. So if you create a video about how to invest $1,000 properly or just something along the lines of that, I guarantee you you're going to get 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, and 50-year-olds who have a lot of money in their bank account to watch your content because they have money to invest. Kids who don't have money to invest are not interested and they aren't even willing to watch that content. So you're only going to get individuals who have money to buy. Does that make sense? It definitely makes sense in my eyes, and so I think it should make sense for you. Self-improvement and productivity, home workouts and fitness, all of these aren't going to be as good because it's all more generalized and broad to some audiences, but this is really, really good. AI and automation tools, again, you can see it teaches people how to use AI for work, business, or productivity. Who does work? Who runs businesses? Old people, probably from first world countries as well. So now let's just say business as an example. Give me applications that are used for business in mostly the states. Now we're sub-niching and sub-targeting it even more to sniper only the American individuals because they have really high spending power. That's like the world's strongest first world country, I think. So these contents, Trello, Asana, QuickBooks, whatever, I don't even know what that means, but I assume that it would have a higher RPM. I don't actually assume, I know, because I've legit created content about QuickBooks. It gave me like a $50 RPM. So that's some game for you guys and sauce. If you made any sort of video about Trello, for example, how I use Trello for project management, or how I use Trello to run my YouTube channels, or make videos about like Trello reviews or something, those videos will give you a really, really high RPM and thus give you a lot of dollars, even if you only get a few views. Same thing as Asana, same as Monday.com. If I actually go ahead and type in, for example, Trello, go to a YouTube tab over here. Okay, homepage on YouTube, I type in Trello. Now you can see these are all video ideas they could potentially do because there's already a demand for it. People want to watch these type of videos. Let's do Trello versus Toadist. Never heard of that before. These videos get 3,000 views, 4,000 views, and according to our concepts in math, 9,000 views pay you $400. This video with 3,000 views pay you $300. And so very likely these videos have paid them hundreds of dollars. So you don't need 1 million views to make a lot of money. You just need to hit the right target audience with the right individuals to watch your content, and thus you will get paid so much more. 3-figure RPMs, super possible on YouTube. Once again, you guys think I'm lying? Like, look at this. Revenue, $116, settings, US dollars. It's there, it's laid out right in front of you. And so these contents are created by channels that aren't even that big. So you're not going to be competing with million subscriber channels. You're going to be competing with pretty small, decently sized channels, I guess. And you can see all these contents are getting pretty small views. And that's a cool thing as well. Your channel will dead upon hindsight, but guess what? You're printing more money than any of your workers, friends, co-workers. And so they're actually laughing at you, but deep down you know that you're making a lot more money than them. And you're also working a lot less harder because you're not going to be creating the content yourself. You can literally outsource these videos to people from overseas, get it done for $5, produce and print $300 out of thin air. This video costed me, I think, $4 to produce. So I made $359 profit by just finding the video topic from Google. And then I sent it to my team of freelancers. Boom. Free money. Who doesn't want free money? So that's exactly how I'm able to consistently get super high RPM by leveraging and reverse engineering how to get a high audience who has a high spending power. Sorry, that sounds stupid. Not a high audience, an audience that has a high spending power, so that I can get the most bang for my buck, make the advertisers the most happy, get more money because they'll be willing to spend their budget on my video content, and boom, don't need a lot of views. I just need a high audience power. As a matter of fact, if I go over to audience on this video right over here, I scroll down, you can see 95% of my audience is from the United States. What does that tell me? If you just get a United States audience, where the age also, remember when I say the age matters, the older the better, the majority of the age is 65 plus years old, okay? So when you can target American grandpas and grandmas, you will get paid Revenue, $47 per 1,000 views. 9,000 views, $432. Lastly, this video is evergreen, which means that it's not going to get views immediately. You can see it actually took me about 90 days, like 3 months, to get any sort of traction or whatsoever. It was completely dead. And now it's starting to pull in views like crazy. That snowball effect has compounded, and every single day I'm basically guaranteed dollars. Now, the impressive part isn't making $400 off of 9,000 views. Sure, that's a little bit impressive. The impressive part is having hundreds and if not thousands of videos like my channel that's printing you $1 a day. Because all you need is 300 videos that's printing you $1 a day like this one, and you'd be making $9 grand a month. Simple math. And that's just a fraction of what I've shown. This is like one of my 3 channels that's printing me dollars. And so if you want to learn more about the system, it's called the Evergreen YouTube system, leveraging high RPM. You want to learn more about how I'm able to even do this because you're super fascinated. I'll have a link somewhere down in the description of this video. You can book a call with my head coach to speak on how I'm able to help you personally through mentoring and through live calls. And if you just want to learn more about this business model, I also have a free training video in the description as well. So just click on that link. No downsides to doing so. And I'll see you guys on the next video.